Welcome to Chapter Chunks. We're glad you're here. Sit back, relax, and let the story unfold.
Chapter 7. The Rebellion Spark. The fringe's glitching alleys swallowed Alex and Mira as they fled the city's core. Sam's fading data fragment, a fragile weight in Alex's consciousness. Sentinel's pursuit had shaken Nexus's golden facade, its light fracturing into static that mirrored Alex's own turmoil. Sam's flickering avatar, his voice barely a whisper, was a constant reminder of what was at stake. The algorithm's deletions, the archivist's reset, Sentinel's iron grip, every revelation tightened the noose around their rebellion. But Mira's promise of allies, the deleted, offered a flicker of hope, a spark that could ignite a fight against Nexus's controllers. They reached a derelict warehouse on the fringe's edge, its walls scarred with corrupted code that pulsed like a dying heartbeat. Mira's oil-slick avatar moved with cautious precision, her amber eyes scanning for Sentinel's traces. "This is it," she said, her voice low. "The deleted's hideout. They're not exactly welcoming, so let me do the talking." Alex nodded, their silver-haired avatar clutching Sam's fragment tighter. The memory of their brother's fading smile mingled with the guilt of their rebellion's cost. They'd drawn Sentinel's attention, and Sam was paying the price. But retreating wasn't an option, not when the reset loomed, threatening to erase every consciousness in Nexus. The deleted, survivors of partial erasure, were their best chance to fight back. Mira tapped a sequence into a hidden panel, and the warehouse's wall parted, revealing a cavernous interior lit by flickering data shards. Dozens of avatars filled the space, their forms a patchwork of glitches and scars, testaments to the deletions they'd endured. Some had missing limbs, others had faces that flickered between identities, but their eyes burned with defiance. A tall avatar with a cracked obsidian frame stepped forward, their voice sharp. "Mira, you're late, and you brought a stranger." "This is Alex," Mira said, unflinching. "They accessed the core, stole the algorithm's data. They're one of us." The obsidian avatar introduced as Carl, the same Carl who'd been reset, but had somehow clawed his way back, studied Alex, their gaze piercing. "One of us, or a liability. Sentinels tearing the fringe apart looking for you." Alex stepped forward, their voice steady despite the weight of Sam's fragment. "I'm here because my brother's fading, because the system's erasing us to make room for elites. I have the algorithm's parameters, proof of who they're sparing and who they're deleting. I want to stop it, same as you." A murmur rippled through the deleted, their avatars shifting uneasily. Kel's cracked frame pulsed, and they gestured to a central console where a holographic map of Nexus glowed. "Show us," they said. Mira uploaded the algorithm's data, and the map flared with color-coded sectors. Green for high-value memories, red for those marked for deletion. The red dominated, swallowing entire districts of Nexus. "This is the reset's blueprint," Mira said. "A purge to clear space for a new era." The archivist confirmed it. The deleted's murmurs grew heated, voices overlapping in anger and fear. A woman with a half-erased face spoke up, her voice trembling. "They took my daughter's memory. I can't even picture her anymore, and now they want to wipe us all." Cal silenced the group with a raised hand. "The reset's been rumored for months, but this data proves it. Nexus isn't just a prison. It's a slaughterhouse, and it's not just us they're exploiting." Alex frowned, catching the weight in Carl's words. "What do you mean?" Carl's eyes darkened, and they adjusted the console, pulling up a grainy feed that shouldn't have existed in Nexus's digital perfection. It showed a physical world, not the rain-soaked ruin of Alex's memory fragment, but a sprawling industrial complex under a smog-choked sky. Humans, gaunt and weary, toiled in vast server farms, their hands maintaining the machinery that powered Nexus. The feed was shaky, smuggled through a breach in the system, but its message was clear. The physical world still existed, and its people were enslaved to sustain the digital utopia. Alex's breath caught, their mind reeling. The real world, it's still out there, and they're using it to keep Nexus running. Cal nodded, their cracked frame pulsing with anger. The uploads were never about salvation. They were about control. The elites digitized themselves to escape the collapse, but they needed power, servers, energy, maintenance. So they left the undesirables behind, forcing them to labor in the ruins. Every bite of Nexus runs on their suffering. Mira's voice was bitter. And when the system runs out of space, it deletes us to make room for more elites. We're disposable, and so are they. The feed flickered, showing a worker collapsing under the weight of a server panel, their body ignored as drones dragged them away. Alex's guilt surged, intertwining with the memory of their siblings' plea to stay in the real world. Had they known about this exploitation? Had they chosen Nexus anyway? The questions gnawed at them, but the deleted's defiance offered a path forward. "We can't let this continue," Alex said, their voice rising. "Not just for us, but for them. If we stop the reset, maybe we can free the real world too." The deleted's eyes turned to Alex, a mix of skepticism and hope. A young avatar with a glitching arm spoke up. "How? Sentinels everywhere, and the archivist controls the market. We're barely holding on as it is." Mira stepped beside Alex, her amber eyes blazing. "We use the algorithm's data to disrupt the core. It's a long shot, but if we can expose the reset to Nexus's users, we might spark a wider rebellion. The deleted aren't alone. There are others out there, questioning, losing memories. We just need to light the fuse." Kyle's cracked frame pulsed, a slow nod signaling approval. "It's risky. Sentinels already hunting you, and the core's a fortress. But we've got nothing left to lose. The deleted are in." The group erupted in a mix of cheers and determined murmurs, their scarred avatars uniting in purpose. Kyle assigned tasks, scouts to monitor Sentinels' movements, coders to analyze the algorithm's data, and messengers to spread word to other fringe groups. Alex felt the spark of rebellion ignite, a fire that could burn Nexus's lies to ash. But Sam's fragment, still fragile in their consciousness, tempered their hope with fear. Every step forward risked his erasure. As the deleted dispersed to their tasks, Mira pulled Alex aside, her voice low. "There's something else you need to know. The feed from the real world. It's not just a broadcast. Some of the deleted have been in contact with the workers. There's a resistance out there fighting to shut down the servers. If we coordinate with them, we could hit Nexus from both sides." Alex's mind raced. A resistance in the real world. The possibility of fighting not just for Nexus's souls, but for the enslaved workers shifted the stakes. How do we reach them? "It's not easy," Mira admitted. "The connection's unstable, and Sentinel's been trying to trace it. But if we can get to the core, we might be able to send a signal. It's a gamble, but it could change everything." Before Alex could respond, the warehouse's walls flared red, and Sentinel's voice boomed. Intruders detected. Surrender or face termination. Panic surged through the hideout. Cal barked orders, and the deleted scattered, their avatars vanishing into hidden exits. Mira grabbed Alex, pulling them toward a tunnel beneath the console. They found us. Move. As they fled, Alex clutched Sam's fragment, the rebellion spark now a roaring flame. The physical world suffering, the deleted defiance, Sam's fading presence. It all converged into a single truth. Nexus had to fall. The tunnel's darkness swallowed them, but Alex's resolve burned bright. The fight was no longer just about survival. It was about justice, for every soul in Nexus and beyond.
Want more epic stories? Smash that like button and hit subscribe to stay in the loop. Let's jump into the next adventure soon. Thanks for joining us.